TV stations out by the monument this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Out here?
Yeah. I don't know if they came up or came down for a public hearing or not, but they're down here for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Something like they're doing a story on the 4th of July parade.
Could be. Yeah, because they're right out there by the monument.
We don't know, I may try to do that this first. We're actually not gonna have any public hearing today. Because circumstances come up where that footprint is precinct.
Oh, okay.
And so they didn't have enough time. We thought we'd have enough time to do it on the 28th. We're not gonna have enough time to get all those tracks in order
Yeah.
to expand that
For a
footprint.
new application again.
So it'll either be the 26th of July or more than likely it'll be the 9th
August.
of August.
Okay. All right.
Sometime in the very near future, they'll have all that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the damn oil.
Them list owners and all, loans and all that kind of thing. Then we'll establish that footprint. And then we'll rework our electric agreement.
Okay.
And really the only thing that'll change in that base agreement is the maximum amount of build out.
Yeah, because of the more properties that are involved. Makes sense.
It'll increase the minimum build out and it'll increase the maximum.
Because
Yeah.
it's going down on the rock.
This liable, it'll probably go over 600.
Sounds like they're getting a lot more interest than originally expected.
Yeah. Well, I guess when they saw it was actually
And
gonna
he never
happen.
showed up, never even called somebody.
I'm not a big
I called him and
fan.
he's like, well, we're behind, that's why I never heard from him. We'll wait
Can't
till
ignore that.
Yeah.
$1,840.
Right?
Think he's gonna guarantee it?
Yeah, they're trying to.
Unless you want to
August,
fund it.
that's when he said he'd probably be
I
here.
work for a newspaper. I barely fund myself.
What's the commercial? Never showed up. He said, I'm just too far behind, I got bigger jobs to do.
You see the difference in them tickets between commercial and state on that? Yeah.
Got a lot of fun.
It all come out of the same pot? That's what's great.
Got a lot of fun.
Michael, how's the world treating you, buddy?
Doing all right. How's the recovery going over there?
We're going.
Running marathons yet? Are you running marathons yet?
I was thinking about it.
I don't think I race yet this morning, doing pretty good.
You got lucky, you got it. You just keep moving. You just keep
Like
going.
it's way shorter than Stacy's.
Need to find a way out the door.
His will throw you. I sat in this chair the other day and I like a button. It was going back.
Nobody want to present today? Nobody wanted to present today?
No, we didn't have any takers today.
What will be, will be.
Okay, so those.
Okay, let's get started. Ready, Jane? Young County Commissioners Court will come to order on setting in a regular meeting Monday, June the 28th, 2021. It's 9:33 a.m. Make note that this meeting was posted in the manner and for the time required, that all members of the court are present. And if it be convenient, stand and we'll ask, thank you, President, offer our invitation of papers.
General, we come to you today just to Ask you for guidance and wisdom through this proceeding, dear Lord. Be with each and every one of us, dear Lord. We ask you to help us that have had surgery, that are healing, dear Lord. Help them to heal, dear Lord. Dear Lord, be with this community and this country, dear Lord, and help it to see its way with you. In your name we pray. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Item number 3, announcements, public comments, presentations, these are all action items. I don't have anything, I haven't received any information on COVID in a couple of weeks. So, Mike, you know?
They said at the hospital board meeting last week that there was currently 2 that they're at home in the county.
Just 2 positive,
Yeah.
active positives
Yeah.
in Young County, and they were both being treated at home.
Yeah.
Also, I guess it mentioned the 4th of July parade that will be on the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd, the Red, White, and New Parade. The ceremony honoring our veterans, and the memorial, those that have served in the 1900s up through 2000, and then those also within our expansion that have served or is serving since 2000. I think there'll probably be some names dedicated to this ceremony. So, that's all I have.
I'm working on, the Salt Creek on True Road, part of Tim Choate's place right there, silted in. He's writing me out his permission slip and signed it for me, I'll bring it next court.
Okay.
But, I have to deal with the situation there, it's all silted in, everybody's water gap.
Okay. You have one?
He's writing one out, I'll bring it next month, so.
Okay. True Road.
He's burning on your damn side, you too, and try stuff.
Anybody else?
And I just know that Thursday we got to deliver that stage over to Albany. And so I'm trying to get all that lined up so we can take it over for their 4th of July.
Are they gonna have theirs on the 3rd or the 4th?
They're gonna have theirs, well, we're gonna deliver the stage the 1st, and I think it's the 3rd or what?
Is it Saturday also? Third and first.
Are they gonna do it the 1st?
Yeah.
Before the 4th.
Okay. So I know they wanted the stage over Thursday morning, bright and early.
Okay, and then do you have a time set for the parade? Parade is 5:30, I believe. 5:30? Yeah, okay. And then all together at Country Club after that, about 6:30. Fireworks, dark, and yes, 3 or 4 bands, food trucks. I think that we will celebrate the Independence Day on the 5th.
Monday.
Right.
Is that right?
And the deal over at Albany is free to the public for the bands and the fireworks show.
Okay. Item number 4, consider county clerk's minutes of previous meeting, June 21st, 2021. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections?
So moved.
Second. Wiley. Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Rogers to approve those minutes as presented. All in favor? Aye. Carried 5-0. Okay, Miss Ann Daly, number 5, with
I don't have
Treasurer's
anything.
financial report.
I don't have anything today.
She gave it on to you last week.
Didn't have any credit activity, any
Oh,
calls?
lots of activity, but nothing to report.
In and
Make
out.
money or lose money?
Spend money.
She getting some money too.
Okay, nothing on the financial report? No way. Item number 6 is consider auditor's budget amendments and vouchers payable.
I always have vouchers payable. Today's total is $89,485.64. And out of the general is $54,967.60.
So moved.
Second. Well, any questions?
Start here.
All in favor of approval of vouchers payable? 5 of them. That was Mr. Lowry and Mr. Preston. Did you have enough money to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A little bit extra.
Item number 6. Discuss consider employee bonds with the Amber Hammond, Fort Bell now, 5,000. William Glenn Ash, juvenile probation officer, 5,000. Suzanne Jacobs, assistant treasurer, 5,000. Megan Dawson, Young County attorney, 5,000. Laura Y. Myers, deputy justice of Peace Precinct 3, 5,000. I believe those 5.
Somebody.
Roger. Motion by Commissioner Pruitt, second by Commissioner Rogers to approve the employee bonds as stated. All in favor? 5-0. Better work. Discuss, consider replace, item number 10 is discuss, consider replacement of 3 2018 Tahoes for Young County Sheriff's Office.
And I spoke to the sheriff this morning. He's on his way, but he was getting some stuff together and had a little bit going on there, but he will be here. Can we just table it for just a little bit?
We'll readdress that matter in a few
Okay.
minutes.
Okay, thank
Later
you.
today. Item number 11, discuss, consider burn restrictions. Any not for me?
Think it's gonna be pretty wet.
Supposed to
Praise
rain.
God, I'm glad for the 4th of July, it's
My
gonna be
grass
like
is
that.
starting to grow.
Lightning striker, saltwater disposal last down over Herring Range.
Oh, really?
Burn it down.
Well, I guess it would be
It's on fire.
Sunday morning, I got a little, just a dust settling shower at the house for over in our neighboring county, center part of that county, got 3/4 of an inch where my gauge is.
Last night?
Well, it would probably been
Sunday.
I got nothing.
early Sunday morning, probably.
I'm not living right.
It's because those people in Throckmorton live right.
They do live right.
I don't think that mine was measurable, I didn't really look, but it just kind of dust settling shower, and then had one Saturday too, just kind of like that. But I was ready, I was ready. It's been gone too long.
It's supposed to be kind of cool all week.
Almost in the ladies.
Well, I sent out letters to close the road for the 7th, and so they put rain in the forecast.
Well,
Is that ever?
Lane Kramer caught me and thanked me for it.
hey, we're a little bit early
I
on
had an inch and a third.
we'll make up any matter of the budget there.
We will, do you wanna wait till we get these others off? What do y'all wanna do?
We'll have a break.
They just break.
Till the 10
Jimmy and the judge both got new glasses, didn't
So no action on 11?
Did you get new glasses? Yeah. I thought so. Judge did too, didn't you?
I did too.
I thought so.
I'm sorry. Well,
You
we had to
noticed,
get
I
these
didn't.
replaced, because one of them got kept turning dark, and the other one stayed clear, and everybody looked at me kind of funny. I couldn't notice it behind me here, but I was. All right, we'll be at recess for 15 minutes.
Really? Yes, they do.
We are still on live. I'll leave that there, I'll leave it on live, like what you say.
This chair is
Come
terrible.
on,
I
Jack.
moved it over here when we did budget the other day, and it almost threw
Yeah,
me
Yeah,
back.
you can't lean back very much with your beautiful fall back.
Well, I thought, they kept laughing, I said, I'm not using it again. It's saying,
You want one more tonight?
I gotta change the code. Where the chip seal right over the top of the whole culvert could be separated from the lid. We're gonna pull that whole thing out, I already got the culvert set in the yard. I'm gonna change it up 2 months ago when all the drains. It's pretty dry, or we're gonna end up having a bad second right there.
We'll put one back
We
right.
might have to reschedule again if it goes
Put
drain.
one on the end up front. I said D69, I'm gonna put this back right.
Big rain, last moment.
Well, I got some high grade there.
3/4 to an inch, we fine.
I've got some that needs rain, I've got some that don't need rain, but I need to cut it.
That's the only thing, if you pull off the rod, you don't know.
Yeah, I get to a couple coats and a bit. I can fertilize it and give it enough moisture.
All kind of high grade.
High grades in the coat.
You got any little square wheel?
No, I'm not cranking that thing up over again if I can keep from it.
I could give you a name, somebody wants square wheel. Golly.
I mean, if I was selling it, I'd make more money.
Go with 45.
But if, for the hassle of it, I'd do it around well. Well, that one, I took 6 pounds, and I made 4 by 6 pounds. And,
Well, they've got the-
Round.
6 pounds, and I made a big cut. You see what that.
Oh, there is only a big extra for the ball anyway. That's all.
I might push. Brand new square wheel. Last week.
Mine's pretty worn. I've been thinking about selling it.
Let me check
Well,
out,
I
see if
probably
they
fix
got
one, get it, but no. They won't have to do that no more, they won't see one.
Well, we can get them out there. Put them down off a rhino program.
He comes and tends to one pass I've got. But then, I see he's got it cut later, round later. He labels up there, place out of 5 and 6.
I've got it 5 or 6 later, I just need some work done on it. So, replace it.
Got 30/20, and that was real good, but, north of our areas. I think it's 50 to over. But it is done hard, it has enough tons of it.
Got about one of them 85 iron Kubotas. They're plenty stuff. It nearly studs our 100 horse.
Still up plenty of horsepower, total around what mom would. I think late mom was fire.
Yeah. What's that little one?
And then, I don't know, maybe getting a little weak, because it's had a difficult time.
in there auditor's office?
Well, then,
It's hot in the auditor's office.
it's not everywhere. Hey, man, it's pretty high.
You see what they got going on the west coast though? You see the heat wave that's going on the west coast? You got 100, 110 degrees in Seattle, Washington.
That's unusual for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're used to rainy weather,
The
high humidity.
NPR podcast I was listening to said that beats a record that dates back to the 40s.
Talking about Washington State.
Man,
Yeah, all along that west coast, they're having heat streaks like they have never had. Some of them setting all-time records, I think.
Yeah.
Look like Texas weather. Texas heat. Portland, what in Portland, it had 113.
So Portland, a couple different cities of Washington State, there's several of them that are triple digits, 100 up to 110.
Of course, we used to look at 120 before the week's over. They don't have any air
And
conditioning.
so yeah, they don't have, yeah.
No ACs, they never had to have ACs.
So I have a friend that lives about an hour and a half south.
down here, or Alaska.
That's what I'm saying, let him go, just go up to Alaska, it'd be cool.
I know.
That means the iceberg's gonna start melting.
Climate change is all upset. Wind and rain.
yeah, but if you take the measurements here to what we usually are, we've been a lot cooler than what we usually are.
I'm not complaining.
I'm not either.
Natural gas is up to $3.60.
That's the highest that's been in a long
That's the
time.
highest it's been in a long time,
It was down to what, 240 forever,
less than that.
and then it went below that.
Look plenty high.
Lumber still going up and up, or is that topped out yet?
I think lumber has been one of those commodities that they're doing just because.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's kind of like the trailers. I went to Madill, Oklahoma here last month, I guess. And, you know, all these big Texas trailer manufacturers, you get all these locations, saying they can't get trailers.
Mhm.
Well, up the road from where I was at is where one of the manufacturing places was. You couldn't put another trailer on that place, it's full of trailers. So I wonder if they're just not creating some of this.
Some of it is.
Well, I know the housing market's really gone crazy, including new builds too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it costs you twice as much to build something down than what it did.
I know for some people, that's causing problems with their,
Loan.
with their inspections to get a loan because
Yeah.
they're going off of sales from 2 years ago, a year ago, and,
What about all those people that didn't have a backup clause
yeah,
on places they bid on?
oh, I know.
You know? That's what's gonna be bad.
I said we went from $20 a board on that plastic lumber for the docks, that some of them are up to $46 a board.
Jeez.
And
That's
that's
some expensive
2 by
walk.
6.
I think it's an expensive walk.
And he says, I can't get it quick enough, though. He said there at the house yesterday, he tried waiting on a call from Lowe's or Sutherland's or anybody that had the color and type he needed.
I've never seen hogs go as high as they're going right now.
Well, if I could get out there and trap a few of them, I can have all they want in my house.
Oh, hogs are going high again?
Yeah,
Really?
they're up $2.60 right now. On hogs. You go to the meat market and see what the price of beef and pork is right now.
Come up to my house, you can trap them all you want. Sure yours too, huh? Oh, pigs. Your place
They
pretty
make
big
the
too.
hog, they pay that for
Oh,
right
hogs.
now.
I don't food like they're very well.
Boy, they work now. They start.
What are they paying? Not paying
Well,
very
what
much
she's
for it right
needing
now.
is, waiting on the sheriff.
Turn my phone off.
mine broke their bids, they did. I said it's 10 o'clock on here.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
but
10:05
wrong,
on the grader.
wrong on the deal. Leave it there. You say you're doing.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
biggest fear is falling.
So we're not doing 8, right? We're doing 8. Public hearing?
No, we ain't doing that.
So nowhere.
But I'm saying his bid opens at 10 o'clock.
Okay, well, Young County Court will come back to order. Commissioners Court, that is, with item number 8, style as a public hearing. Won't be any public hearing today. Issues that arisen, I guess you'd say, that is gonna change our reinvestment zone, and we'll be then obligated to amend our abatement agreement. And that those documents are not ready yet. We'll have to advertise that again for 30 days. So if the earliest that we would be able to hear that, because of the schedule we're on and things like that, would be the 26th of July. However, they don't believe they'll, I don't think Bob Bass is available on the 26th of July. He's been requested by us and Apex also to be present at the meeting. So the earliest I believe that Bob can do that is the 9th of August. So that's more than likely when the next public hearing will be, where we will then reestablish, not reestablish, but establish a reinvestment zone number 2 that'll be adjacent to Young Wind Reinvestment Zone 1. And then we'll amend our tax abatement agreement, which will increase the minimum build out. Basically, the maximum build out will, I don't know, they'll style it something over 600, maybe up as close to, maybe up to as much as 700. It's something that's been a growing thing. Love it or hate it, but Young County can't say no to it, I don't think, because of the revenue that it'll bring here and the availability that it'll make for all of our, or several of our other taxing entities to also benefit from that agreement. So,
It's like we're putting Young County on the map too, because I don't know of another wind farm that's that size.
it'll be the biggest one in Texas, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure about the US, but it's big. It's a big. I suspect that the footprint, for the reinvestment, total reinvestment zone is gonna be something near 40,000 acres. We have, I don't know, several more, capable of holding several more towers than the 160 original. It could be.
Before its last part, they said it would be 40 more than that, and now they've added more. So you're looking at,
You could exceed 700, easy. Yeah. Matt needs that over there in his area.
Sorry?
You need that over there.
Oh, yeah.
Going down there.
Yeah, they can build my roads up
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They rip them down.
So there'll be no action taken on item number 8, and that will be rescheduled more than likely for the 9th of August, possibly the 26th, but I don't think so. I think it'll be the 9th. Bob Bass has said he was already obligated somewhere else, I think, for a similar matter on July the 26th. So. Yes,
I had 10:05.
item number 9.
That was a,
It is 9:05. We got this schedule together, but we separated just a little
It's
bit.
10:05.
10:05, yeah. Item number 9 and 10:05 a.m. Open seal bids for 2018 140 M3 motor grader. Lacy Rogers.
we received 2 bids last week. The first one is from B Equipment out of Lubbock, Texas. BEE, B Equipment. To be or not to be? That is the question. We'll see.
I think they got on the last one, didn't they?
Yeah, they have. They're good about bidding on our equipment. Okay, it says, thank you for the invitation to bid. They would like to offer the sum of $221,000. The other bid is from TKO out of Grand Prairie, Texas.
Where are they on?
Grand Prairie, Texas.
Grand Prairie?
Mhm. Envelope, please. They offered $225,000.
Well, I sold mine when I sold mine, for $250.
What did you get for that motor grader commission?
A lot more than that.
260. We beat it on that.
3 years ago? Was it a 3-year-old?
269.
Maybe. I had that down.
We'll go with the highest bid here.
I never heard TKO.
Yes, we used to send to them all the time, and I thought they used to bid on us years ago.
Well,
Very New Brunswick, Irving.
There's so much crap going on in there to make a mess.
I like it.
I'll accept the TKO bid.
Grand Prairie, Texas, New Brunswick, Texas. Yeah, they operate Louisiana. We used to get the TKO from Louisiana
Okay.
for some of
I
them.
remember it years ago.
Louisiana. Or at least I think that was TKO. I'm not sure.
I remember we used to deal with TKO.
Think your money's good.
Money's good.
Stipulation on percent of tire wear.
You could just give it a.
Okay.
That's what we good with it.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to accept the TKO bid at 225.
Second
Rogers and Wiley?
Yes.
Axe? Yep. TKO. Bid is $225,000 for the 2018 140 M3 motor grader. Line to precinct 3. All in favor? Okay, item number 10 is to discuss, consider replacement of 2018 Tahoes for the Young County SO.
Whatever they-
From our discussion last week, called caps, they found the four-wheel drives that we were talking about, that they could get their hands on. So, here is the quote that they sent me.
What was the quote on the other ones? The one, or did you have a quote on the other one?
I don't think we ever had one on the other ones, that the 2022s.
No.
And, and I believe these are gonna, that's probably pretty close to the same price as what we had, on the last vehicles that we purchased.
Oh.
What kind, that's, so this is equipment. This is for forward equipment. Yeah. That's not the unit.
I have to get it, look at it. Yeah, that big one.
This is all the stuff in
$15,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah, I see that. This is number 4 vehicles.
Well, he was supposed to send me that with me, and I didn't even, I thought the vehicle was on here. Can we get my phone?
Would you have Sherry check
$15,000
that?
right, and light work. That should be everything.
Let me call him real quick.
Okay, that's one of those.
In the meantime, this right here is another quote also that 2 of those Tahoes are canines. And
Here's your other one.
should say I thought I had.
Yes.
You need a copy.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It'd be cool if we had some money we could toss in the truck. You could buy on this.
I don't know why you don't do what we used to do. We just strip the old ones off, take one to the mobile home in Texas, put the equipment back on the new one. Instead of buying new equipment every time.
Sometimes they do, if it'll match up, they do that.
I mean, they got a Tahoe, this is a Tahoe, all this stuff's
The
on.
only difference is, these Tahoes are the same as those Tahoes.
We still get it though.
Everything's totally different.
I mean, I don't know, that's.
I'm emailing the bids or whatever.
But they're waiting on them yet.
I'll email them to him, and if you wanna call him,
That's fine.
okay?
I got one, but it ain't done. That was used on, you know, crippled up.
So they say they're gonna. We're looking at three, of course, three separate vehicles right here.
Yeah, there's three. He said they might get four, but they found the fourth one. I bet you these are gonna be as cheap or cheaper than what it would be if you had to wait for a year to get some others. They're supposed to be already black too, so.
It's on 21 four-wheel drives.
It's on 4 of them.
We have the police package.
TTVs.
Beep, beep, beep. Matt, you need that box to properly lay down.
I'm good, thank you. I did. I'm good right now.
Maybe I should probably
Around. Give you my position here.
You better take a tramadol or something before you go to your therapist.
I took like a month of relaxing before I came here. I know, maybe I'll sleep. I'll lay my head over here on John's desk.
Well, I'm seeing price on this. I guess this is how they'll fit it out.
This is just the outfitting on
Is all that, huh?
it. This is just to put the lights and everything on,
For that 15,
15,000 a piece for 4 of them. And then on 2 of them, you gotta add $5,619 for the dog cages.
I see
Okay.
that, I see that's extra, because it's, this thing here, really, you know, I can't see the price 4, I thought we were talking 3. So they're adding a 4th vehicle as the cost of the equipment, is that what they're doing?
No, he was looking for 3, and they found 4. Yeah.
And 15,753 is government bid equipped like this? That's just a lie.
No, that's just the equipment.
That's your bumper, your lights, your sirens, your,
The
radio.
reason he's talking about getting that 4th one is because Moody's is, older than Hill. Replacing his, selling his vehicle out.
Or we're gonna go on the bid.
I don't see one either. That's what I wanna know. What is it gonna be?
Well, it'd be over 41,000, it's probably be closer to 45,000. And then give 4,000 for them, 4,500 for them in 3 years.
What's he checking on?
To the council, it's not in circuits.
Right? Okay.
$10,000 you just say.
$11,283, that's $38.
I don't understand why you would do that. Just pull the back seat out, pull the back seat out, and insert those cages into it.
Can't pick up, my pickup, there's 3 inches of that can't do.
Yeah.
Trevor wouldn't believe it. I said, look, come out of here. Inches, one side of the cap, ladder, mine was the other count.
That's wrong.
Last year, looked like he gets 45,000 for all 2 of them. That's all right.
Everybody pays.
Thanks.
40,000 piece, that's great now.
What do you say?
He said he emailed it to me, and I said, yeah, I don't have it.
42.5?
For how many?
For 4 of them, that's what I did the bid, and I'll tell you why I did the bid on 4, is because of that 2009 Tahoe that we got, that we're spending so much money on repairs. figure it's probably time if we can, if it suits the court, I'd like to replace that 2009 with one of these four-wheel drives also. Totally up to whatever y'all wanna do.
Let me just ask you a question. Why don't you just take the equipment out of the one you got now and put in these, and then you're saving yourself all that money?
These, you can. I'm just concerned more, the cages, we could probably do.
Take one there to Wayne, let Dwayne push them out, that's what he does.
We can do that, we can put the cage in ourselves. They don't fit like they're supposed to, but you can make them work. I just gave this quote just to show y'all if we could, if we need to, whatever, but,
You'd save yourself $80,000 almost right there.
yeah.
It's probably good to keep your equipment. Raises.
We can do that, I'm just saying, I give it to you, y'all can, and I agree, I mean, we can take all the equipment out and use it. We haven't been, we've been selling them as is. But as far as the canine stuff, the alarms and the alerts and all that, we could,
The only thing I wonder about is that the console will fit in the new tile versus the old tile.
I bet they ain't gonna change it.
I don't know,
But does
but
that include your front bumpers and all that for your
is
rear
it,
guards and all
I don't
that?
think that bumper replacement, I don't think it's on there. He's having problems getting a bid on any of those
Okay.
because he just hadn't gotten them.
They do come
They
with
can't
Grow
find anybody to work.
They do come with Grow Bar.
They come with what they normally come with, which is
Here.
just like normal, everyday Tahoes. So, you know, you can figure around between 3,000 and I think 3,200 for the replacement bumpers.
Now, that's something that probably won't go from year to year, you probably can't swap them out.
No, the body style changes, it seems like it changes all the time, but the bumpers, I mean, we don't even have the bumpers. If we were to take the ones off the ones we have now, we don't have nothing to put on them.
Yeah.
So, we don't have them.
Could I?
Well, they keep them, so I don't have them.
The body's kind of changing between 2000 and 2021.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what they told us,
Yeah.
what they told me.
I mean, cause you can go to a lot of stores and I mean, they go
One thing he told me-
2010 to get a part.
When I talked to
Same
the
part.
caps guy last week about changing, you know, the canine equipment out, he said that cage won't fit in them.
Just cause he wants to sell you something.
You may be right, man, I don't know, we'll have to,
Yeah.
maybe measure some of it and see, I don't know. We have an opportunity, I believe, if we purchase these and we get them in, we can take our time getting it out and making sure it fits. If it don't fit, then we call them and tell them, look, it's not gonna work. I mean, so, this right here, I agree, I mean, we can table that and leave it, but we won't. This is more what I'm concerned
Is
about.
Holiday the same price as these? I mean, since they do that, I mean, that's where we used to get our vehicles.
Yeah, at the
Holiday.
yeah.
I mean, I was just curious.
The 2020s you got last year would be four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive,
We get them rigged out for 45,000.
for two of them. This bid was for four. So I,
58,000 more four-wheel drive plus gear.
They get this real quick, can't they?
They have their hands on it right now.
I'm not too concerned about the vehicle itself, it's the equipment package, 15,000, 16,000.
The only other option that we have is go back to doing what we're doing and take everything out and sell them vehicles without anything.
45.
How much more do they bring with the equipment left on them than they do without?
I don't remember, I'd have to look that up.
If another police department or sheriff department or.
And that's what they're doing.
Buys them,
Right.
then you get an increase in price of what you get for them.
Well, yeah, because you're sending $15,000 worth of equipment with it.
But these that you have now are leased vehicles,
Yes, sir.
so they're
Except for that one, that 2009. But the three
three
are,
leased
yes, sir,
vehicles.
yes, sir.
You got three leased vehicles, and they'll, cost us to stay through the year till January, 800 and something.
It was May, wasn't it, Cheryl?
May the 30th,
We made that payment?
That was gonna cost us $800
May the 30th.
on each one.
The interest on that, the 800 and something dollars.
$850 for interest only.
Yes, sir.
Each one only, and then we'd have the balloon payment if we wanted to keep it.
The problem we're into now is they're right there bumping the mark about where the
Mileage.
Did we buy those vehicles rigged out totally?
Yes.
And what did we get for those?
39,000.
What they, how much were they? I mean, we leased them, so they were, so $20,000, $15,000 annual. Lease on it.
9,000.
Yeah, it was 9 something.
9,000.
Our payment was
Really good,
90,000.
Travis.
I think the price is
Because.
Well, you're bumping up
honestly,
four
brand
over,
new,
right?
it's 50 grand.
Yep.
So you'd be expected to do the same thing on the new ones?
Yes, sir.
We wouldn't have a payment due till,
Next year.
Until next year, yes, sir.
that's picking for them now to be ordered. These right here are available.
These right here that we're talking about today are sitting on the lot right now.
Wow.
So if you was to get any one.
So are you talking about buying them out of this year's budget, or?
We wouldn't have to pay anything,
Until next year.
and if we trade those three in before they get a bunch of miles on them, we might get a little more for them.
That's where I'm looking at too, like
I know.
Cheryl said. That, yeah, Mr. Wiley said the mileage is getting close.
There's 45,000 on the road to 220 Tahoe costs, rigged out,
Yep.
$45,000.
And Mike said, if we wait until next year, we need to watch the mileage.
Or 42.5 plus the upfit on it. That's about what it would cost for all the extra stuff we do. But we can do what you're talking about, Matt, but time you take and figure what it costs to take that stuff out
You know, you're gonna cost $15,000.
and put that new back in.
He charges us about, I'm gonna say, just a rough guess, about 25 to 30 grand. Do it all that.
When was that? How many years ago then?
20,
My question is, if you buy them new, you want to rig it up with all this equipment with.
You'll have lights on them. You'll have a console. It'll be just like in pickups that we order. You'll get the minimum amount of what we need. You'll have to get a new radio because the radio he has now is outdated anyway. So. And that's another cost that, do we want, now that I think a lot of our vehicles are updated with the new radios, we need to take them up there and switch them out at Motorola and instead of buying new radios for every vehicle every time it comes in. They're pretty expensive. Moody's is outdated, that Tahoe.
You still got that old one,
It
don't you?
does.
We're spending so much money on repairs on that.
I left my folder down to pick up, but y'all can see it, y'all know what he's
I need to
doing.
go play.
Yeah. It needs to be replaced.
Radio, $3,000-4,000.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close. It was, I can't remember, I don't have it all in front of me, but I know it's pretty expensive to get those radios. I think that, we probably need to start looking, I'll talk to him to see if we can make sure, you know, we don't run over, you know, if they get old, we need to replace them or whatever, but he says, he told me the last time that a lot of our radios didn't have the right components in it, so. It all goes back to that digital that we haven't really on yet.
I'm sure they were right to begin with, but you say they're not, right?
Yeah, it's like cell phones. They change every 2 or 3 years, and of course you'd have to buy something else because of upgrades.
Well, we've gotta get at least 9,000 for those 3 18s for
Here's a real
that
good
balloon
deal.
payment.
So I just put in 4x4 on that, I forgot, I just did 2-wheel drive, and it's 50 grand.
Oh, I already know, I'm gonna tell you, this
So he
guy.
gave you $10,000
And-
difference,
yeah,
12.
And I believe, I haven't pulled, but I think Mr. Rogers probably has it pulled up. I think he was quoting some from the last ones we had outfitted. How much was the difference on that?
There's 45,000 out there,
Last year's.
For 2 of them.
2 of these.
Okay,
45,000 each last
yeah, but that was 45,000 for both of them?
No, each, or each vehicle.
year.
Okay, so that was the total cost.
Yes. On this here,
You're 74,250.
the 18s were 38,762. Okay? The difference between the 18s and the 20s are over $7,000.
So it's just an increase that comes
So
up.
everything, but also, you know, everything is higher than what it was. See,
I tell you, I'll be honest with you, I would like to save as much money as I could. But I have a problem with these electronics, taking them in and out and replacing them with, you know, putting them in other vehicles. It seems like it never works out. We can do whatever y'all want to do. And I think these guys that buy these are selling them, like y'all were saying, to other, you know, departments already rigged out.
well, the thing about it is, once we get them here, they'll be ready to go.
Right. And we can quit driving those other ones and get miles on them.
All we have to do is take the radio out of them.
That's it. And with Moody's, I can go ahead, if y'all okay this today, I can go ahead and call Motorola and have them get that radio, because it's been taking 30, 40 days for them to even get a radio in.
Chinese is kind
Well, here's the other caveat in this deal. Anything that's used right now is worth about $8,000 to $10,000
Yes, sir.
more than what it was this time last year.
Yeah. So these used vehicles are,
Plus.
That's why I was thinking, I mean, if you could, because we could strip all those off, I guarantee on the regular market, we could probably get more than what a cop market could get. I'm just thinking,
The
you know what
only
I'm saying?
problem is, time we find the.
But it was John Doe.
To replace everything, put everything back like it was.
yeah.
That's what kills us. Yeah.
I'm telling you though, you're gonna get more for your vehicle, everybody bidding on it, police agencies. I think. Because like you said, the market right now, I mean, the used market is insane.
We tried that one time and it didn't work out.
But then right now, it wasn't like it is right now.
But at the same time, you got these little small towns that can't afford to buy vehicles like this, and buy those.
I mean, my pickup right now, if I sold it, is more than what it was when I bought it. Because it's just insane right now.
There's not anything out there.
Yeah,
Not anything out there.
So we
It's-
should get-
it's
this is
the
a
same-
seller market,
It's
and
the same thing though with these Tahoes. If you order one now, you won't get it till sometime next December
Or later.
or later, so.
oh, I thought they were ready to go.
No, we talking about
two-wheel
it's two-wheel drives.
If you want a two-wheel drive, you gotta wait.
These are 2021, so that's,
I think, for me, I say go ahead and buy them whenever you got ready to go,
It's his budget, that's what I was telling
you
you.
know.
Save that money for pay raises, but
well,
you do what you wanna do, it's your budget.
I'll work about that later,
But you're right about pulling stuff in and out.
Nah,
Lose
I
40,
don't agree with that.
45, maybe 2008, 38,
but, sorry, say it again, Judge.
38,
Which one do you, I mean,
2018,
I think that's what you said, wasn't it 38?
38,
Yeah.
Yeah,
almost maybe 42.
yeah.
The 18s went up $7,000 more in
Well, you got
2020.
you got four-wheel drive here though. So, I mean, to me, that's.
You've upgraded with the four-wheel drive package, big time.
And
Yeah.
and got the big, and got them pretty cheap.
I was looking up four-wheel drive Tahoes on the market right now, and they're 55 to 60,000 dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're making a heck of a deal.
yeah. I think it's,
I don't have a problem with the unit itself, it's the
Outfit.
Outfitting.
$15,000 dollars. The lights on.
Well, if y'all decide to replace, just change out the equipment, I want to take the vehicles to cabs and let them do it. That way, if anything happens,
Here's my other deal, I think you probably get more money selling that unit to the police.
You will.
Small town, stripping it.
you will.
There's a lot of cities and counties.
With the equipment on it.
You will.
right, absolutely. And I mean,
I mean, it's a,
that,
The only thing I see moving would be the dog boxes,
the cases,
the cages, the canine equipment. And if it don't fit in there, we can't move it. So that's just something.
all we can do is try that. I mean, we can always, like I said, we can hold that canine stuff. That to me is
The
not,
units are wider now than they were. They
and,
were 76, now they're 80.
That's what we talk
yeah,
about.
but here's the thing, what difference does it make to the lighter?
Well, I'm
It's
talking
just
about
gonna rat us.
now.
Yeah, but sell used vehicles.
I don't know if Caps does or not.
They do.
Used vehicles,
I think.
or what they get for your.
But we've always been selling to that one guy that seems to always get the bid.
Out of Chicago
Chicago.
Motors, he always buys our vehicles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He gives us pretty good price.
One trade up.
American National Finance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he works through them, the guy that buys them all the
Can
time,
we
I
look and
guess.
see what they're actually giving difference wise between one that has a canine unit in it and not?
I can ask,
I
I
mean,
can
when
ask
you go
Mike,
to
Mike
National
Kuba if, you know, if it doesn't break more with the equipment.
So it's getting to us, I'm thinking of checking
Look.
National Finance.
We don't have, we can always just hang on to the canine bid and just, I mean, we have 30 days on it, please.
All of them don't have canine.
No, it's just two.
Just two.
Total of $11,238 is what the canine units would be difference.
So it's a flip with the,
The cost of the two new canine units going in to be installed and everything is $11,238.
and that's with,
5,600
yeah,
yeah, which has labor included, I guess.
and it's made out of aluminum.
Yeah. And then all the bells and whistles that you have on the alerts, alarms.
Temperature wise.
Yes, sir.
And what we do immediately or whether we place them on order, and we're looking at mileage differences, or we're looking at, or it's all looking at next year's 22 budget, or we're looking at 21 budget.
I believe didn't we say next year's?
Either way, it's gonna be the
Yeah,
22 budget.
22, it is 22.
No matter which way we go.
No matter what we do now, because we have that year before we even have to do anything.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, it's coming up.
And if he can get more than the 9,000 for those 318s, then that just goes towards our contract.
Okay.
And takes money off of it.
He doesn't have the money in his budget. Where's the money coming?
We don't have to pay it.
It's gonna be next year.
Yeah, so we'll just budget for next year, put it on there.
Next year. Won't be any down payment or anything, initial payment?
No.
That's another way to go.
The only thing that we have to, the vehicle's not, but the equipment and all that stuff we have to.
What's the difference between a four-wheel drive and a two-wheel drive?
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
$4,000?
Price wise, I think, yeah, 4 or 5.
But a year and a half.
Yeah,
Of course, the price could be the difference because we don't know what that price will be over a year.
yeah, that's true.
And those two-wheel would be 22s, but these are what, 21s?
21's, yes, ma'am.
Well,
I'd say go ahead and get this forward and rig Moogie's out the way the minimum.
The only thing that Moody needs in his would be a divider to keep,
Between him and whoever we got back there.
yeah.
See, that'll reduce the cost on this by a little bit anyway, because it
Yeah.
can need everything.
Right. All he'll need is a divider, is the lights, just like the minimum lights we have on the concept, the minimum lights that we have on the pickups.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as extreme as what's on the top.
So this includes the wrap on, the stickers and all that?
no, no, right?
That ain't no lie.
They really do, they really.
I was sitting there thinking the same thing a while ago.
But you're not building roads everywhere like what's going on in the United
No,
States.
I'm just driving on the road.
Yeah.
That y'all work on. Yeah.
What's that sticker gonna cost?
You're asking me things my mind's not in this morning. I don't remember how much they were. But I can get it.
Probably 500 to 1,000. What do you think, Travis?
Probably, at
Leave it
least.
at the same place.
Yes, all we gotta do is call and tell them what we got.
Cornelius?
No, we order them from another person, but he's the one that puts them on. Him or skid force.
Capital, something.
No.
Who's he shopping local, man? Local business.
Trying to figure out, I gotta get one for that van. We've never done one, so.
You gotta get a wrap on it.
No, sure. I don't really want it in yet till I get that, figure out what I wanna do on the design on the sheriff's office and all that.
Put a wrap on it, it's got lawnmowers and weed eaters. Grass and trees.
He just broke that van down the other day. I mean, that bus broke down on and on.
People want me to hire him out.
What's it pay for the wrap? He drives around more than anybody.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I don't know.
Free advertising.
What do y'all wanna put on it?
Little as possible.
Huh?
This is Barrett's.
Let's put on their work program bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One crew.
Yeah, work program
I
bank.
think work program sounds a little bit better.
Better than work crew. Yeah, work program bank.
One country, more country, no, it's crew.
Crew.
I agree with you, as little as possible.
Yeah.
Don't need a whole lot.
But identified as,
Just gonna, I think, Young County Sheriff's Office and then have work programs.
yeah, that's what we do.
Did you ever have a divider?
Flashing,
You know,
is that
work
okay?
through
No,
a divider between you and them?
Downtown.
No, but,
You ever wondered about why?
yeah, I always wondered a lot of things, why.
They're just sitting behind you.
or Jim?
We're still live, but we're run out of recording
I
space.
just always wondered.
He's gonna get one.
Are you gonna give him a divider?
Oh, yeah. And I think that's only.
Well, it doesn't, when I saw it flashing, I thought,
You
okay.
not to have
How many people, you had 10 people?
You're still live
I
feeding.
know.
Just kill you.
I only had one, that was all right.
I guess that means it.
I'd say we just get it.
The vehicle price is good. I do agree with that.
I'll turn it off when you get
Okay.
If I can get that price, I'd buy
I
one.
didn't know if it meant you needed something else to do on there.
It's just gonna keep going up every
Here
year.
it is. Get the stuff, so good, Jim.
If you called Caps and asked them about changing the dog boxes from one to the other and having them do it,
Another chip in here, but
they'd probably charge you just as much to do that.
Yeah, the only thing is, if we're gonna keep the cages, then we need to be probably the one that's gonna.
Right.
But I would like to take the vehicle to them to do all the
Go
wiring,
ahead and hold it out like
Right.
this.
just for liability.
Good. That'll be good, then we get all the paperwork.
So the only way you can save money by keeping the boxes
Good.
done and labor ourselves, as far as that goes.
Yeah, and I'm
You
gonna
took
tell
it
you
up
right now,
there,
Yeah.
they're gonna charge you just as much, so.
my guys are not going, I don't want my guys taking anything, any electronics out of the vehicle. So somebody will have to pay to do that anyway, and put it back in.
I think you're gonna be swapping pennies for dollars.
I think so too.
What you be doing.
It just depends on what the resale difference was. Whether you want to keep those or not.
Well, if you kept the boxes out of them and resold the boxes to some other county or city or something, you can do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think, to be honest with you, and this is my opinion, we can do it that way, we can take canine stuff out and replace it. But I think your resale with that stuff in there is probably gonna outweigh it.
That's what I was asking her, if we could see the price on that. One selling with a box without.
You mean the vehicle strip down?
I think we just.
Go to the Ford Trader, just look it up.
Go and get it right down.
Oh, yeah, but you might get.
Ready to roll.
Can't compare it
I think it'd be the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
And get those 18s off the street before we get too many miles
Yeah,
on
I
it.
agree. See what one is sold
I think you're gonna be real surprised what we'll get out of those maintains.
Well, like I say, anything we get just goes towards our lease and our payments. So.
But there's a lot of private entities that do like searches on schools and stuff like that. Something like that would be interesting to them.
What's that bus?
No, I'm talking about like the Tahoe with the box in it, because there's a lot of
Cages.
dogs. You know what I'm talking about? There's private canine people that do.
Oh, yeah.
Search schools and all that other crap, businesses.
When you and I need to sit down.
I don't have a problem with them being sure. And we're gonna have to get them outfitted anyway. So included on that.
Are you gonna talk to the law enforcement?
I can't remember her name, I don't have her phone number. What's his name? Used to be a sheriff in Snyder.
Jackson, Darren Jackson.
He was supposed to call, he was texting their number, and I had to call him back.
So we're still gonna have to buy bumpers for these and drill guards and all that separate from what we get from Cat, bid here.
That replacement bumper?
Yeah.
I don't understand
Hey,
what-
what was that replacement bumper on there, on them other ones? Do you have that?
Instead of running a factory bumper, you have an air back bumper on the front of the.
I wanna say it was around
To do
between
pit maneuvers
32
in.
and 34.
Yeah, you tear the whole front of the vehicle off.
I don't see that bit maneuvers.
But you never know.
I did do
Yeah.
pig maneuvers.
So what's gonna happen is, no, I mean, we take them off, we don't have anything to put back on it.
Right.
So y'all about beat this dog to death?
It's a Howland.
But
They're
we're
beating
gonna have
this
to-
dog over here.
How old?
But we're still gonna have to find something for them, for the
I
new.
say we go ahead and buy all four of them and rig out the three the way they need to be rigged out, and rig out the fourth one the way it needs to be rigged out. he's done.
And he knows, he must have just not remembered, but this is a new guy that I'm working with. I've already told him that one, that for that replacement for that 2009, we'll just have the minimum, like what we had in those pickups.
We're not still renting it, we own it, no.
Yes.
That, oh, yeah.
I thought so. And how's it rigged out?
With less lights than what the pickup has. In fact, it's not very good at all as far as lights go. It has a radio and it has all the emergency radios in the back too, that we use on our command posts, so.
You get better lights.
So,
So it has the less amount of lights than what we have on the trucks.
well, I guess my point is, it's ours and we will keep it.
Oh, absolutely. We can keep it or sell it, whatever you want to do.
Or was it 2009?
How many miles in that one?
Almost 200, I think.
Do you even get much for it? I don't know, maybe in today's market you might get a lot for it, you know, well.
If we get them, that's just me. On that, if we get what we get, we'd be good.
Costs more to keep it on the road than get rid of it,
If you get enough money to pay for that fit, no, will be good.
Yeah,
So see what they give on that.
Matt's looking it up already.
At least get rid of
We
it.
ain't hadn't picked that dog yet.
I just didn't want to use Tahoe. It's not a 4x4, is it? Oh, it is.
It's something then that we can do now,
That's-
be budget for next year,
Yes.
for our next fiscal year. that'd be-
And that's something that, that I'd bring him more to, because it's four-wheel drive in 2009.
Well, they are working more on the other end
Yeah.
than the other one, but it's probably pretty relevant to the cost of the vehicle.
So here's one has 113,000 miles on it. They're selling it for 16,400. You're more.
So then, give it a use.
I don't, yeah.
I'm sorry, Judge, you what?
So it's kind of relevant, because pay more for on the new end than you pay for more for on
With
the
the
used end.
113,
I guess it's
16.
anyway.
Crazy.
I mean, prices for used
Oh.
vehicles is insane.
I mean, you need some four-wheel drive vehicle, maybe not all of them.
This will be something new.
I always thought that sheriff office needed 4x4s.
Well, and I agree with you on a lot of it because of
The roads.
the way it was, when we had all the fires and all that stuff.
Blade, yeah.
They're more expensive to maintain. The maintenance costs on the are on four-wheel drive.
Well, hopefully with this lease program like we're doing, if you don't get your miles on, you know, you shouldn't have a whole lot of issues. But a lot of it's just taking care of and getting your maintenance done.
Are they push button four-wheel drive or are they manual shift four-wheel drive?
I haven't seen them. I don't know.
Oh,
I bet they're good.
they'll be.
Mine's manual shift in my pickup, I like, I'll have
That'll
got
look
trouble.
up for you.
They won't be the ones you have to get out and lock the other thing.
No, I think those,
I will be.
the older ones,
Yeah.
that's what I did back in the 80s and 70s.
No kidding, you wouldn't lock the hub in.
Yeah.
Ford's on one still has the
I wish
interlock.
I still had an old Blazer like that.
Yeah.
Like on the GM, you manual shift it anyway, but the rest of it's all electronic.
Yes.
And there's not any getting out and locking the hub thing.
No, I think they got away with all that.
The only difference between what I'm talking about manual is either you got a push button that just locks it in, or you reach down in the floor and you slip it in. Well, it's shifted
Oh, I
manual.
guarantee it's the little knobs. Yeah, it's the little knobs, you just turn it.
That's what the Chevys are.
Yeah.
The Tahoes that we've had just had this right there.
No.
the way it is on that Ford pickup too.
Well, I make a motion, we just buy all four of them and recognize when we get it out, get it going. And we'll sell the others, is that right?
It's budget. It's budget.
Second.
I'll second his motion. You know, we're not having to come up with it out of the 21 budget, and it's something that we'll necessarily have to plan for 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of need to know what his plans are for 22. So we.
Wrong with the sizes on the vehicles. Well, I'll have to look and see, I've been going over it, I didn't know, realize it was 85,000 over. I'll look at that.
I think a lot of that is in the insurance accident things were paid out of there, and we get the insurance money back, and it's up in the revenue.
Yeah.
Because we've had accidents
Right here.
every,
Yeah, three.
It's a push button gear shift.
Is it?
That's what this shows.
They work good, I got one.
Yeah.
When you get
That's in
confirmation
your
on delivery date,
Yeah.
then we can put them
Right,
over
here's
here
your
for
four-wheel
me.
drive.
I'll go ahead and have
We haven't got
Mike Cooper work on that,
any labor on.
unless we want to sell them outright.
Or any.
They have that buyer out of Chicago that
It's
usually
all
buys.
electronic right there.
We don't have.
That's the way everything is now.
That's what I think, like that.
Push button start.
Well, manual.
Because he's doing it through.
When you gonna go to electric vehicle, Sheriff?
God. I will. I'm not up on all this green deal thing.
They don't matter, that ain't gonna even fly.
Have to have 1,000 pounds of batteries in them.
I know.
Ain't never gonna fly.
How long does it take to fill those up anyway, after you know what
I was wondering that too, because when they said, I see them set up
Plugged in.
in places
Yeah.
plugged in.
I bet you can't fill them up in 5 minutes, like I
Like,
do.
yeah.
But you can't put fuel like you do fuels, right?
That's a good question. I wonder how long it does take you. We'll find that out.
I've been seeing that these hotels around, you know, whenever we go to the offices, they'll have 4 or 5 slots there for refueling slots for these electric vehicles. For their patrons. Where you go plug them in instead of. They'll plug them in.
Yeah. Charge them overnight?
That is a viable quote, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We got a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any further discussion?
This is less than an hour on the electric cars.
I'm good with it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. I will get that information as soon as I call him and find out. Good.
All right, sounds good.
I know what's gonna cost in the long run to the taxpayer.
I know. You have to have something to drive.
Like that 5-0.
Take this break and then you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how long,
Here's your-
how much time do you want to
Yes,
spend
I do.
on budget workshop?
Here's your,
What then?
How much time do you want to spend on the budget workshop?
All we need.
Can I,
We can get it all done the same day.
No.
Judge, are we doing,
meeting Monday, next Monday?
Monday?
It's a holiday.
Next Monday?
No,
He's
holiday.
I'm leaving, I'm not gonna be here Tuesday.
So y'all are meeting Tuesday?
We haven't let sleep.
It's not listed on the budget
I
calendar.
just wait till you're here, and you tell me when you're here, and I'll.
Yeah, I'd rather be here.
Maybe it's not on there.
I think we skipped it because of the holiday, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I leave Tuesday
Our
morning for
holiday, our
Kerrville.
county holiday.
I'd rather be here.
Right.
I don't wanna miss something.
Hey, Matt, I'd like to go to Curve Thursday. Matt, where's your walker?
Wow. Staying in the wild.
July 12th.
July the 12th.
Okay, we'll work on that budget.
Okay.
Schedule meeting.
Okay. I'll get it on the agenda and then we'll present
No,
it.
we're here
Anyway.
Monday,
Yes.
the 5th, we got that as a holiday. And we're even scheduled that for Tuesday. The 12th.
Okay.
Meeting there, meeting there.
Then I'll get mine on the agenda and I'll present my budget again. Okay. I said I'll present my budget that day then.
Well, I might be
Van?
home this morning.
Okay.
Should have everything we need.
Are they having on the ditches?
Not right now.
Okay.
You do it like
15-minute break?
Yeah.
And just do your budget all on the 12th, and I'll be good to go, man. It's hard for me to sit for a long time right now. It's kicking my butt.
Okay, you want to break to 1:30?
I got therapy today. That's, yeah. So,
So we'll just come back about 1 or 1:30 and work on this. Go from there.
I'll be going to get therapy.
Y'all gonna break it
We'll break
to 1:30?
Yeah, we'll break till 1:30. 1? Yeah. Okay, 1 o'clock. I don't mind, I'll get out of here anyway.
I gotta go check on my guy by self-transfer pickup there.